There we go. Yeah. Buddy. Welcome to the session. We are going to be here with Patricia recording, as the name suggests, Vulcan Harp. This is awesome. We've had a few tech bumps while we've been setting up, as is always the case with anything like this. But yeah, you can see the screen. I'm loading up Slate's virtual mix rack, and that's come up with the everything on the vocals, which is a little much, but that gives me a good starting point. So yeah, we're using the Slate ML1 for vocals, using some DI boxes for the iPad, which is what the Vulcan Harp is running off. And I'm just trying to check right now if this there's a very kind of aggressive tremolo on the instrument. I think it's the instrument. So Patricia should be able to hear me on the headphones. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Oh, let's take some of that reverb down. That's too much reverb on the vocal, I think, but that's okay. So if you could play a little something for me again, please.
Yes.
Thank you. On the track. Okay, good. Right, so in terms of vocal level and everything, are you happy with how it sounds on the iPad? I mean, we'll test it, of course.
Yes, the volume is okay.
Okay. Right. So let's do a bit of a dry run.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the meaning behind the song and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Who's on? Gear Junkie, hello. Patrick, hello. Welcome. All right, I've hit record. Whenever you are ready, let's have a listen, see what we get.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Pause.
Try run, it's all right.
Okay.
Vest que la torri ve odu, I fajtor kenog ve odu, nam tor odu krust etek, menam toretek krust odu. Odu ostepuligion, odu tam hajteril bat genalsu, odu hagan spes seren. Baveshtor hator najve, gluz vi ashir, Juan jart oduz vi kaluk. Jit l'art kaush hakif, isuchi as vitis fekt nagaya, tangut kaush has pathekt masu. Tarataru, tanamtar hakif, nemajiv. Tarataru, tanamtardu, yishunak. Katraychas potati chasi, yonet poul tahakif. Kal uspest odu ramtar usariv, kal ua ujutar odu, abrura lashte tril palar. Ingat fawak katahu odu snus mas,
Okay, that was the first song.
Cool.
I think it didn't go too bad. Actually, I remembered all the spoken words, which are the most challenging to remember.
And I, of course, was changing pretty much everything while we were going. So,
Great.
yeah, that was starting to get there, I think. Changed the levels all over the place. You still hear yourself okay? Everything's
Yes.
good,
yes.
good.
I actually love this reverbero on the voice.
Lovely. Yeah, it's a nice plate reverb, which is one of the ones that always makes vocals sound nice. Lovely. Okay, so, well, we're now live. So if you want to tell the viewers at home what this piece is about, and then we can go for something that's more like what I would consider a proper take.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I don't know if you see me, but I'm doing the Vulcan salute. I started Vulcan music like 7 years ago, and I was asked to write a song in Vulcan language. And since there were so many people who said, well, you need to write more of them, then I started, and I even made a CD a few years ago. And this particular song is actually quite not typical, because that's a friend's idea, and I picked it up because I thought it was a great idea. Vulcans are known to live by logic and emotional control. Because of something happened in the society, and in order to escape self-destruction, a man came and created this way of logic. And one of my friends said, well, what about a song about before that, about the chaotic? I don't hear the reverbero.
Off while we're talking.
Okay, so why not creating a song about the period of chaos and all that is so similar actually to what is happening on Earth. And this idea was actually before the whole situation, just to be clear. And I built this song about this idea of having like a dragon under the sand of Vulcan, which is a desert, and which is like the passionate soul of the Vulcan people. And just so you don't get too bored, I can actually read you the lyrics of the song. So the main piece that I repeat 4 times on the song they say there is life under the sand. They say there is you dragon, Catra or souls, and heart of Tirhasi, the planet Vulcan. Nobody ever saw you, but everyone knows you. You are part of us, and we are part of you. You, ancient, powerful fire. You, warrior spirit and sword. You, healing voice of the winds. They say there is life under the sands. They say there is you, dragon, Catra and heart of Tirhasi. I happen to wander in the desert deep, and hearing you whisper in my ear, words of wisdom, passion, life, and peace in the midst of war. Ideals of unity around a drop of water. They say there is life under the sand. They say there is you, dragon, Catra and heart of Tirhasi. Let your voice thunder like the storm. Let them hear you above the clash of the swords. You will bring prosperity one day. With all our people will be reborn in the dawn of a new tomorrow. And I wrote this, I don't remember the date, but I think it was like end of 2019, before all of that. And now when I sing it and read it, I say, wow. So this is the dragon song. I called it Dragon, Yoshulnak in Vulcan. And after, I don't know if Adam prefer that I actually record this song and then read the lyrics of the other song, or just present also the other song.
Yeah.
It's actually the opposite.
Yeah, we'll do the performance of this song first, and then they're
Okay.
and
Okay. So that's quite kind of a wire song. So here we are. Whenever you want.
tape's rolling. Metaphor.
Okay.
Quan veskelator rive odu, ifaitor kanog ve odu, namtor odu krust etak, namtor etak krust odu. Odu ostepuligion, odu tam haidril bad kanalsu, odu hagan spest saran. Tartarau, tanamtar hakif, nemajir. Tartarau, tanamtar du, yeshulak. Katreichas badetichasti, yon etepul tehakif. Baveshtor hator nashve gluz vi ashir, ejuan jalt uduz vi kaluk. Jit l'art kaush hakif, isochias vitis nagaya, tangut kaush has perfect masu. Tartaru, tanamtar hakif, nemajif. Tartaru, tanamtar du, yeshulak. Katreichas badetichasi, yon etepul tehakif. Kal uspest odu ramtar usarif, kal aujutar odu. Okay, I'm doing it again, sorry.
that's no problem.
Veskelator rive odu, ifaitor kanog ve odu, namtor odu krust etak, namtor etak krust odu. Odu ostepuligion, odu tam haidril bad kanalsu, odu hakan spest saran.
Sorry. Third take.
We've got as many takes as we need.
Good.
Tartaru, tanamtar hakif, nemajif. Tartaru, tanamtar du, yeshulak. Katreichas badetichasi, yon etepul tehakif. Quan veskelator rive odu, ifaitor kanog ve odu, namtor odu krust etak, namtor etak krust odu. Odu ostepuligion, odu tam haidril bad kanalsu, odu hakan spest salan. Anjalt utus vitalum. Jitlat kaushau kaushakir Isuchias vitis pecnagaya Tamut kauchas pasek nasu Tartararu Kanamtar hakim Nemajir Tartararu Kanamtaradu Yeshurnar Katrayhas Paditihasi Yanetepul Tahakir Kal uspest odu ramtar usariv Kal u aujutor odu Abrur alashte tril palar Ingat fawak katau odu smismes Lekoshtretet fawak bukashtaudu Zviga kashtat ushvagat Tartararu Tanamtar hakim Nemajir Tartararu Tanamtardu Yeshulak Katrayhas Paditihasi Yanetepul Tahakir Yanetepul Tahakir Okay, that was the first song.
Okay, before we do anything else,
Yes.
if you would be so kind, it'd be really nice if we could just kind of, if you come in here and bring the iPad in and sit in my seat, you can tell the audience what's going on and how you're doing it.
Wow, great. So I just take out all the cables.
Yeah, just the one that's in the iPad. Everything else should.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if we just cut to the other big camera. Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that. Clever, isn't it? Cool. I'm just change that camera a little bit, but while we do, if you want to sit in my seat and tell everybody at home
Yes.
what's
Wow.
going on.
Hello. Wow, that's an honor to be in there.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
So yeah, make yourself at home. We'll be talking to this camera over here behind you.
Okay. Okay.
If you
Hello,
want to show them
everyone.
what's going on. Hello, everybody.
So,
I'm going to change this camera. Be
I
right
am using this beautiful app that unfortunately has been discontinued. So no, you can't buy it. I'm sorry, but it is a Star Trek Vulcan app. So for the sci-fi fans, it's actually the musical instrument that Spock in Star Trek, the original series, is playing. I can show you if I do that. I can show you how it looks when you open it. And it was really greatly made, and it's, I believe, I'm not sure why it has been discontinued, but maybe Paramount, CNN or whatever, or CBS or Netflix that is now owning Star Trek has something to say, but fortunately I can still use it, and people who has purchased it can still use it. I think it was born in 2013, and I started using it in March 2014 when I started to write Vulcan songs, and it's been a great adventure, to be perfectly honest. I've never thought it actually interests so many people. It's a tiny niche. It's great to see that Star Trek is actually going on. It's now Discovery, Picard, Strange New Worlds. So wow, it's going to be like Doctor Who. It's going to last forever. That's great.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
All right, well, I've changed the camera around. Did we get any questions? Oh, volume's a little bit low. Okay, that's just because the microphone's there. But as long as we can hear you, that's what counts.
Okay.
So we're ready now if you want to continue on and tell us
Sure.
the story of the next piece for today.
The next piece, I don't know if I have actually the lyrics in there. I need my phone to get the lyrics. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, if you want to head back in and get comfortable in front of the microphone again, we can do that from there.
here I am. All the lyrics. So the lyrics of the previous songs, I wrote them myself. These ones have been written by another Star Trek fan that is from the USA, and he has been busy working on rewriting the Analects from Surak. That is, Surak is like the father of Vulcan logic. So it's like writing the treaty of how Vulcans are living. And the funny thing is that I've been making a song for each of the parts of this, and there should be 12 parts. And up to now there were 9. And the 10th was about emotions, and he could just not make himself write it until last year. And it fitted so much this situation again. And in these songs, I really speak to people on Earth right now. So the song is called The Golden River. Once you have thrown away your patched tear, you have found the true center, the golden river, the lifeblood of the world. Emotions deeper and wider than those of any other known species allowed the Vulcans to survive and adapt in a capricious environment. But now, after many millennia of physical and civil evolution, even in a state of crisis, fear is our worst enemy. Where fear walks, anger is its companion. Behind them, hatred follows closely. This source, this core of the individual is the patch tear. Once you have thrown your patch tear, you have found the true center, the golden river, the lifeblood of the world. If the Vulcan species is to survive, we need to reprogram our emotions from reaction to response. Some adepts demand that Vulcans as a species should strive to purge all emotions, but it's our emotions that help us perceive what is right. The choice before all Vulcans now is a life of ritual, discipline, and logic, or the path to our destruction. Once you have thrown away your patch tear, you have found the true center, the golden river, the lifeblood of the world.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
It's so serious compared to many other songs, but well, it was.
Oh, sorry, I had terrible hiccups. But yeah, we're ready when you are now. We've changed a couple of things and we're ready to go. Ooh. Massive hiccups there, but yeah, we're just about ready.
Okay, so I'm putting back the cable in.
Yeah, I've moved the mic around a little and moved the camera around.
Okay.
How's it look? Oh, she's not quite studying yet. Okay, that's fine.
Oops.
That's all right. I looked at the camera and it doesn't look right, but that's because you're not actually where you're going to be. So it's okay. Perfect.
I'm back here. Now I'm changing. Something I could actually have said about the app is that there is a possibility to change tonality. So now we were in C major and now I'm going to be in F major.
Cool.
And there is also a possibility to change sound. And I'm keeping the same sound for this song because I see those two songs a bit like opposite twins, like the yin and yang. You know, the super passionate warrior song and the song of the like stoic, peaceful warrior kind of thing. So.
Cool.
Okay, so whenever you're ready.
Hey, I'm rolling. Oh, one second.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay. Oh, sorry, the sound was actually wrong. Yes, this is the one.
Okay, just let that sound go. And we're ready.
krust etek. Wilatrata spthak, nam torre shan besut ijven. Da au, beta haltor nuven. Nash shupal idvian to besut. Nam tor bachten. Uaki mogu shaltu bachted du. Gitar tadus vitan yet ilashkin kuru. Akif haftu panu. Kufku prishtar vulkan su. Dola uvaduna uitek. Cercat litek. Serrola yanakisaya. Alisha ueine krin kupsu. Tadam kravula vulkan su. Vokoshti. Saprumta uek żerka. Inam tor apavek żerkat etek kultur. Ikna etek bakash o gaunam torrat majetik. Fa ed vulkan su inam tor. Veld hakil vai hurra. Nar e ujika. Illut tvashayat etek. Uaki mogu shalu bachtet du. Gitar tadus vitan yet ilashkin kur. Akif haftu panu. And here's the second song. I don't know it sounded, but I think it's okay by me.
Yeah, it sounded good. It got a little intense at the end there.
Maybe too much for the Vulcan. It's actually very difficult to try and perform actually without any emotion, because energy is emotion. Whatever we do is kind of. I think it's probably very challenging for everybody playing Vulcan characters in Star Trek.
I can imagine so, because it's quite a difficult thing to do.
I tried to record at home a sneak peek of this song and really be like the mask of really still and emotionless, and it came out like very arrogant and like, oh, I'm better than everyone else. So now the third song is actually not Vulcan anymore, it's Mermaid song, because 2 years ago I started swimming in a mermaid tail, and as I'm a singer I was saying, wow, mermaid singing, it's going together, so I wrote a mermaid song with the sound of the sea, and I don't know if you remember 2 years ago we recorded it. And this time, as I'm swimming here in the UK in a lake, I wrote a lake song. And this song is a bit particular because it is part in English and part in what is called light language. And light language is not really a language that has a grammar that can be translated. It's known to be a bit the language of the soul. It's whatever the energy comes up with, whatever the energy flows inside of me and is channeled inside of me, and those sounds are produced. So the idea is really not trying to make anything of it with the mind, but just be with the sound and listen to the sensations. And I associated it with the mermaid because I think that if really the mermaids are so magical in their songs, they probably have also a language that is not the kind of language you have on Earth. And maybe, we very often speak of the mermaid of Lemuria, Atlantis, all these civilizations that were really advanced as a spiritual level. So I would say maybe they were actually speaking that language. Who knows? So I like to experiment with the sound, and one of the reasons why I love singing Vulcan language is that it really opens the voice and allow the voice to create sounds that are not necessarily possible to create in other language. So I really like also the idea behind light language and even Vulcan is just having this stream of energy and not not having so much emphasis and attention on the meaning of it, but more on how it feels. I know it's very not Vulcan, but actually, as I say, energy and emotions are energy and vibrations, and so maybe it's a kind of scientific use of emotions or something like this. It is meant to talk to your subconscious. Just be there and rest and relax and enjoy the magic instead of thinking of whatever it means and whatever the meaning is associated for you. So, the first part of the song is in English in any case. This song is really like a bit of Disney princess song, really, but I hope you will enjoy it. And I have changed the sound. Now it's this. So, okay, whenever you are ready.
I've started rolling.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I just didn't change. And now we are actually in E major. Okay, hear the third song. And now I feel like actually having a little moment of total improvisation to see if anything comes up with light language and music. Just, it's going to be very short, but I remember that I did that, I think, 3 years ago here, and a super song came out. I'm not sure it's going to be today, but just see, okay?
When you are.
Urisana su
Here we are.
Yeah, that was nice.
Okay, so can I go there and have a listen of it? Okay.
Come in while I do a few little tweaks. Yeah, come in.
Okay.
It's on the sofa. Space in here because it's been a bit of a madhouse last couple of days, so we don't have space. made a space for you there. Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna use.
Can I just?
There's a space over here if you want to sit over here. Yeah.
Perfect. You have so many sofas.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use track spacer on the harp, something for the people at home, because that was a lovely sound, but running in demo mode. Ugh. I'll just do the demo for now because I do have it and I'll sort that out in a second. But yeah, if I send the vocal over to tracks 3 and 4, this should, because I've found that the harp and the voice are very much in the same range, and they kind of fight with each other. Okay. But I have a kind of a magic trick now. So yeah, this thing called track spacer, which as the vocal goes, it just kind of carves space out of the harp, just in that same range.
Yes.
But only for that split second, so it's very clever. It doesn't just get quieter like a typical compressor type thing. So yes, if you can, make sure that we're not on this screen for a minute. I'm gonna do the typical thing where I get my serial number for wherever the flipping heck that is. I always thought that I'd track spacer on my iLock. I guess not. Where is it? That one? Well, that's the email address. Track spacer. Serials. There we go. Put my serial number into track spacer and then it will stop misbehaving. I mustn't have used it in here. I must have only used it for mixing at the studio, at my home studio. Since you've seen me last, I now have a whole home studio, by the way.
I saw the video of the Studio B.
Yes, Studio B. Studio B exists entirely because of the whole lockdown situation. There it is. So yeah, we're not on that screen. .com. I mean, my email addresses are not exactly a secret. There we go, all done. Because we talk to clients, but yeah, serial numbers. We don't want to be giving our serial numbers away on the internet. Right, let's have a listen from the start. Here we go.
Veshkelator rive odu. Ifaitor kanogve odu. Namtor odu krust etek. Inamtor etek krust odu. Odu ostek uligion. Odu tam heideril patkanalsu. Odu hakan spest salan. Taratarevu. Namtar hakif nimajir tartarau tanamtardu yeshinak katrei khasbad tikhasi yon tepul tahkif Paveshtor hator najvi glus vi ashir Juan jart utus vi kalu Jit la te kaush hakif isuchi as vitis fekt nagaya Tamu te kaush has pasekt masu نمتار هكيف نماجير ترتارو تنمتار دو يشرناك كاتري خاس بادتي خاسي يان تبول تحكيف كال أسبست أدو رمتار وسريف كال أوجتار أدو عبرورا لاش تدرير بلار Ingat fawak katau odus musmas Koshtritadek fawak bukashtaudu Zviga kashtat hushvagan Tartarau tanamtar hakif nemajif Tartarau tanamtar du yeshulak Kat raykhas badti khasi Yan tepul tehakif Yan tepul tehakif
Okay. Actually, some percussion would go with that song, probably.
Some
Some.
percussion. Yeah, we could possibly do that. Why not? Yeah, Danny in chat says the song would lose quite a lot in English. And Andrea says, what about monitoring? Yeah, so for Patricia to hear this, it's going out of... I've got a separate track that I've just named Headphones, which is going out of an RME ADI converter and is going into a dedicated headphone amp just below the patch bay that is going through a tie line to the live room. And usually we use, the big cans headphones, but you like using your own personal,
one.
just more comfortable with them, I guess.
Well, more than anything to sing, it's kind of block the ears a little bit.
Right.
Years ago, I was singing Italian 18th century opera, and at times was wigged, and that was terrible because you were hearing your voice so much, and at that point the music was not obviously in the wig, it was in the harpsichord or whatever, and it was very challenging to hear the harpsichord because the voice was too loud basically.
Right.
So I do prefer, even if the music in these cases in the ear, I do prefer something slightly less invasive.
Right, okay.
Plus, I have a small head, and usually I need to actually grab the headphones.
Right.
It would be, I would need being like General Grievous with all those arms.
Fantastic. So, were you happy with the performance on that one?
Yes.
Cool. Right, well, let's move on. Listen to this one.
Dana versakost etek. Uletretes ptak, nam torreshan besut ijven. Da au, bete haltor nuven. Nash shupal idvian tobusu. Nam tor bajten. Uaki mogu shaldu bajted du. Kitar tadus vitaniet pilashkin kur. Akif haftu panu. Ku prishtar vulcan su bola uvatu mauitek jerkat hitek serrola yanaki saya alisha ueine krinku prumtałek żerka. Inam tor, a pawek żerkat etek kultur. Ikna etek pakash o gaunam torrato majetik. Fa ed vulkan su inam tor. Vel te hakiv bai hora. Nar e ojika. Iliut te vashayat etek. Uaki mogu shaldu pachtet du. Kitar tadu svitanie pilashkin kur. Akiv hakupanu.
Cool.
I like it. I made an experiment with this, all playing all the notes together, and I think it's working.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that the harp is tuned in the key makes it really nice to play, I think.
Yes, because there's not all the 7 notes. Of course, that's why it's possible to change tonality.
Yeah.
Of course, it's make when you want to play a melody and the notes are not in that tonality, you can't. That's the downside, but otherwise it's nice because you can't go wrong, basically.
Yeah. At this point, Danny has mentioned, let's give Sute a big wave hello, who's operating the stream today. And just hid slightly behind that microphone. And of course, we introduced Patricia at the start, who's...
Hello.
Do you want to tell everyone your where they can find you on social media, names, groups, that kind of thing?
Basically, I'm Patris Angel on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. I have an Instagram account for Vulcan Music, and it's called Cyprian Vulcan Music. And I also have a Facebook page for Vulcan Music and a website, but it's Ralashtana Vulcan Su on the page. So I don't know if maybe in the comments then I can just put the links because it's a bit.
Yeah, so I've just typed in something so that people can find that in the chat there if they're searching specifically.
Yeah, okay.
But we can always put that in the description after the stream as
Yeah,
well,
exactly,
so the details
yes.
are there. So we'll do that. Right now, let's keep listening to the tracks. So we've got the Mermaid song.
Yes.
Let's have a listen to this.
First ray of light on the lake.
I just want to try something on that particular song.
Yeah.
I thought a couple of because that was definitely that was much more tonal than some of the Vulcan stuff, wasn't it? That like the Vulcan stuff has some slightly odd notes in there,
Yes.
very much on purpose, whereas the Mermaid stuff seems to be a little more straight ahead, I think is probably the term I would use. I want to see if very gently just pushing some of these pitches around just makes it sound a little sweeter. Whether it does or doesn't, we'll know very quickly. Let's just see what this does.
First ray of light on the lake today, swans flying home to rest, leaves on the trees singing good morning, wind caressing my skin. Fishes down to the lake today, deep in the water green, ducks feeding in the lake.
It sounded just a little sweeter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll make sure that doesn't affect the other songs. Where are my buttons? There's always buttons. There we go.
It's totally a different type of song, this one.
Yes. And so I think it works with that effect there. So let's have a look. Too many windows open now. Let's just cut this improvisation so that it's not got all the talking at the start. And let's hear it.
And here you can place any kind of effect you want because it's just out of the blue. So.
I think that one sounds nice as it is. Let's see what key was this one in?
E major.
That was E major as well.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
no, it was F major, this one.
I
because
thought it was a little different.
I
Let's
changed
just-
back to F major.
Okay, let's just see if I can change the key. Because, yeah, tuning something that's in E, in F, sounds very strange indeed when you do that.
Here's the Mermaid.
Yes, there we go. The whole thing had a little panic then. Try again. What's that? That having a the old known bug. Yeah, no, that was actually a bug in that old version of that plugin that I think they resolved in a newer version, but I'm not paying $30 a month for whatever it is they charge. Okay there. Yeah, we're not hearing any glitches on our side, everybody. So if there is anything, it might be on like the streaming side. It might be on kind of the between the networked computers. Maybe there's some sort of something. But let's get these in regions. I have noticed as well that we're not actually running this session as loud as we usually do. So I did put a limiter on earlier. We don't want this to be really quiet compared to the other songs. That would be weird.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Yeah. But as it turns out, I think because we're happy with the performances and because we set up everything beforehand, I think we're pretty much there already, aren't we?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome, anytime.
And it's great to actually be streaming so we can share with so many people.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, with this being the first live stream that we've done like this as well, there's things that we're going to change, like the camera angles. We'll get some nice looking camera angles and things like that. But that's all just small improvements over time, isn't it? What's important is the session, and we're happy. So the rest of it is just giving people a window into the wonderful world of Vulcan Harp.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for
I know
letting
it's so
us do this. As well.
unusual.
Yeah.
But
yeah, seriously, thank you for letting us broadcast this because
thank you for the opportunity. I since all the lockdown and the situation, I've been online so much, and I think it's nice to be able to communicate with the world like this. And
yeah. Plans for an album?
I've always been planning for the Vulcan Music Volume 2 because I already got one, and I would have enough songs actually now to put on a second album. So maybe yes, in the next few months it
Good
can be
stuff.
definitely.
But if and when that happens, of course, we'll let all our viewers know, and I'm sure we'll have some new viewers from this because this is, you know, two worlds colliding. It's always good to have crossover.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you.
No worries. Now, we don't have the usual setup done yet with all the end screens and everything, but thank you to the patrons. Thank you to everybody for watching. Hit the like button, all the share, subscribe stuff. We're going to go offline, and I will see you in 2.5 hours for another mix stream from Studio B.